Yes, now you have again successfully finished the third lesson in our series and learned about what it means to live with Parkinson's disease. And now my question to Stefan would be that in terms of priorities, there are many things to consider. For example, maintaining hope in this disease, being confronted with changing image of self, and also about the things that what does this disease do with me. So what do you think, what are the most important things for patients when they struggle with this disease?
I think one of the most important stories, and this is also a center part of palliative care, is the impact of hope during the course of the disease. Many people, many patients, they lose their hope, and it is also so that the relatives are losing hope. And giving a patient hope is one of our primarily tasks as a physician or as a nurse. And also we should engage, the relatives, because there is a great burden for the relatives of the disease. And because of this burden, sometimes the relatives and also the patients, they are losing part of their hope. So it is important to tell them, we go on and we will walk with you through the disease. And this is also the palliative care idea, It is like Cicely Saunders said, you are matter and you are matter until the last day of your life. Because we heard from some of the patients, when the disease is getting worse, there is no interest on the physicians or the nurses from us. We only are seen as burden, and that's not the case, There are still people, and even if, the self-imaging is changing, as you mentioned earlier, it is still a person, and it is a self, it is a being which we have before us. And, the greater the burden of the disease is, the more we have to care. And it is important not only to care in terms of changing the medication or anything, it is to give hope, to have eager discussion with the patient and the relatives that we will follow the disease up until the last day of their life.
Yes, thank you very much. There is the question when it comes to hope also is there is a phenomenon, patients losing their faith in healthcare system, losing their faith in themselves, in their friends and families. What kind of support is available there for this kind of questions?
One of our great problems is when the disease is progressing, the patient doesn't have the ability to come to the outpatient department or to the hospital. They are staying mainly at home or in a nursing home. And so there is the contact to the healthcare system is simply broken or severely interrupted. There are no specialists going to nursing homes or even coming at home. And I think this is a great part of the outpatient palliative care teams, especially like we have in Europe, the specialized outpatient palliative care teams, to keep the contact even in that phase. And for example, neurologists are not normally in these teams, but like having telemedical applications where we can bring the neurologist via a telemedicine application at home or in a nursing home would be a great advantage in the future.
Thank you very much.